to say you
Hello, people of the internet. I am back. This is Diana, if you didn't know my name. For today's video, I got two new goodies by Wet n Wild that I've actually had for a few days now, but I've just been pretty lazy about filming. And the first product is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Now, I'm super excited for this. This is super affordable. It was like $4 or $5. And then I also got the Wet n Wild Incognito Megalast Full Coverage Concealer. And this was also about like, I think it was like $3. I'm just guessing here. I will link it or paste it or just put information down below for sure. And okay, I have combination skin, I have my skincare, my sunscreen, and let me share a sunscreen I've been loving lately, guys. So we all know about the Burrito scandal, and if you have followed my channel, you know that I absolutely adored that sunscreen. But the sunscreen that they said that it had, it didn't. It had way less, like I think it was somewhere between 15 and 19 SPF. And so I have been hunting for the next best thing. And I've come across the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV. I love this so much. This would be more better for normal to oily skin. And then I got this Verdeo UV Moisture Gel. This is like, if you have dry skin or dehydrated skin, this will be your best friend. Like, look at the glow it gives my skin. It is definitely like, if you are oily, this will make you oilier for sure. Anyway, let's get started. So the Tinted Hydrator, my shade is in, I got it in medium tan. And then the Incognito one, I got it in light medium. I usually go for medium concealer shades, but they were totally out, especially, and then this one, this one, I think they had a medium and then a medium tan. But since it's a hydrator, I figured I would just get the medium tan one just because usually they come out pretty lighter. And I'm glad I did, because this one is like on the verge of being too light. But since it melts into my skin really well, it's great. And yes, I already tried it once, but it was just, you know, kind of like a swatch, kind of a pat kind of thing, not full face or anything. So let's go ahead and get started. Straight off the bat, this smells like nothing. Great start. And I will show you guys how this looks outside when I have applied all the makeup. And this is the shade. It's not super watery, not super, you can see it, like, it's pretty fluid. It seems very hydrating just here on my hand. And I'm gonna do half my face with a brush and half my face with a beauty blender. And I just got this Japanese, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I got this from TJ Maxx. I mean Marshalls. But you can also get them at TJ Maxx. I love this brand of brushes from there. They are so amazing. This is my favorite foundation brush right now. And my last favorite foundation brush is actually from them too, but I figured this one is just a better shape. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this to the half part of my face. And I don't expect to get very much coverage just because it is a tint. So far on my skin, it just feels super nice and hydrated. I feel the water being splashed on my skin for sure. The color seems to be working really well. Like I said, it's a tint, so usually they kind of blend into your skin regardless if they're a little lighter or a little darker. Damn, this looks so beautiful. Like, do you see this, the skin glow this is giving me? Like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side with a beauty blender. And you do kind of use a lot of product, even though it's not giving you like a whole bunch of coverage. It does give you coverage, like there's a light coverage there. But you do use like that's a lot of product that I've used up so far, in my opinion, I think. You definitely get more coverage with the brush. I mean, no one's surprised by that really, because that always seems to be the case when you use brushes. It looks so beautiful on both sides. Like here's the Beauty Blender side. It completely melted into my skin. Like I said, it didn't really cover a lot of the pigmentation that I have on my face. It did really well with the redness I have. It covered the redness around my mouth and around my nose and right here. Beauty Blender brush. Surprisingly, they look equally as hydrating in my opinion. I don't think one looks better than the other. I think they look both beautifully. So if you use brush or Beauty Blender, I feel like this will be a product that will look amazing with both applications, because there's some products that look better with either or depending on your skin. So this one definitely looks awesome with both. And this is how much I have left. I'm gonna try to kind of build it up on my chin. As you can see, I have some scars there to see if it covers up any more. Yeah, you're not gonna get very much coverage with this, but I think this is just beautiful. And we done with the foundation application. And then also I got this NYX Matte Finish Mini Matte because I've heard this is kind of like a dupe for the All Nighter spray. This is amazing. I love it. Where has it been? Highly recommend it. Okay, now let's go for the concealer. Swatch it. That's how it looks like. Like I said, usually I go for more of a medium shade, but this is fine. Works. It works. I'm gonna try a new concealer hack that I've seen on the internet. So a little bit here. I think they go upward here, like this. Usually I just kind of like put there's no exact way, you know, I put it, just kind of dot it everywhere. But let's go like this, because your girl wants to look highlighted and, you know. This is supposed to be full coverage. So far how it's blending in, I wouldn't necessarily call this full coverage. Like, you can tell when things are full coverage, you know, you're like, damn, that coverage. But for this, not really, guys. It kind of seems like a tinted concealer, you know what I mean? Like a really lightweight concealer. It really blended into my skin. Very easy to blend. I will apply a tiny bit more here in a minute so we can see how it builds. That's the first coat. It looks beautiful, very nice. Even though I don't think this is full coverage, I am liking the finish of this. I prefer like lighter coverage concealers in general. Like I feel like sometimes full coverage are too dry or just hard to blend for my skin. So I'm really liking this. First impressions based. It does seem to build well. That's the second coat. I wouldn't, like I said again, this is just, it's not full coverage to me. Like, this is not what, and you know, I'm like sensitive when it comes to like coverage of stuff. Like, you know, sometimes I'd be like, this is full coverage, and it's like medium coverage. So yeah, this is not full coverage at all. I think it's beautiful though. I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually prefer that it's like that. Ooh, this kind of oxidized a little bit. I don't know if you can see. A tiny bit. It just became a little bit more warm. Not really picking it up, but we shall see outside. I am by the window next to my beautiful door, as we can see, and this is how my face looks like currently. Kind of breathless. Anyway, so the circle is the Tinted Hydrator, and the stripe is the concealer. Let me do a fresh swatch of the concealer so you guys can see what I mean. Okay, there's the fresh swatch of the concealer. As you can see, it kind of deepened a little bit, or just changed in undertone, like something happened. It altered in some way, in my opinion, but it's not big. It's not too big of a difference that I'm like, like, what is this concealer shade? I think it's fine. That's a hydrator. This is how it looks on my skin. Like I said, it looks beautiful. I think it looks super hydrating, but not overly hydrating. Like, it don't look like I'm sweating or something, you know? But it looks very natural, very pretty. My under eyes look very nice as well. And yeah, guys, that's it. This is my shortest video I've ever done. Ever. Like, I didn't really feel like doing a whole wear test or anything, because this is a tinted, you know, foundation, moisturizer, whatever you want to call it. They usually don't have a lot of lasting power unless you like powder it up good and use some setting spray and some powder. We all know this, ladies. We all know this. So I hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, guys. I love when you guys comment. I think those are my favorite types of interactions. So if you guys have time, are in a good mood, go ahead and comment down below. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.